What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve coming at you. The middle of a Friday afternoon, 10 after 2. I got to be at work at 3. Leaving a little bit early. I got to stop by the post office, drop by a package for consignment, like 20 slabs in here. Going to DC Sports. Still not affiliated with them, not sponsored, but I do use them. So far, been a pleasant experience using them to consign. Already mentally exhausted because I've been going back and forth with a couple different potential buyers on an item, which I'll get into that in a minute. I got to stop in the post office because I'll take you guys with me. Post office is looking packed. We're going to check the P.O. box. I'm going to drop this box off. Tell you guys what I had going on this morning or still have going on as far as negotiating a deal on Instagram. And it's actually just been a little bit draining to the point to where I don't even know if I'm going to make a deal at all. And I'll let you guys know. And you guys give me your opinion on what you think. This car going to come out. And yes, go ahead. Post office packed downtown here in this little town I live in. We're going to go in. Maybe I have a surprise in the P.O. box. I don't know. We'll touch a little bit on the Marks cards, PSA, scam, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to talk much about it because I'm not involved and I only know what I hear. So when you only know what you hear, it's hearsay. There's multiple sides to every story, and I'm not saying that anyone's innocent or guilty or not. It looks that way. But anyway, guys, I'm going to run inside. What's up, Lucky Rips? I'll take you guys with me. Hopefully you don't get motion sickness. Might experience a little turbulence on the walk. I'm going to drop this off. I almost forgot. I need to put on a mask to go in here now. All right, mask in place. I originally forgot. Masks have been mandated in the entire state now again. P.O. box first. P.O. box is empty. All right, good. I'm gonna throw anything out. But show in Delaware on the 30th. Probably not. I probably haven't even heard of it. It might be like a local show at a fire hall or something. If it's on a day that I got to work, I can't take off for it. How you doing? All right, thank you. You too. All right, that's done. Receipt. DC cards actually isn't very far from me. It's only in Virginia. So my priority packages get there really quickly. And that was quick considering there was a tons of cars out here. Pretty painless visit. Cars chirping because I got the key fob in my pocket. All right, let's go. So really quick, there was a scam or a scandal or a ripoff or whatever where Mark's Cards, who I've never done any dealing with, I've just heard about them in different blogs and stuff. People talk about, out in California, people talk about, oh, we're going to Burbank. We're going to but we're going to Burbank. We're going to the California Card Show. Then they talk about Mark's Cards a lot. So very popular out in that area, I guess Southern California or wherever. I've never had any dealings with them. Apparently, they do group submissions for PSA and I guess maybe SGC. They're a group submitter. And I guess they were submitting people's cards, and then when PSA was getting finished with them, they didn't save the money to pay. Because, you know, when you submit with PSA, you don't pay up front. when your order pops and they ship, then you pay. So they were taking all the money from their customers, apparently. Again, this is again what I hear. I don't have any proof or anything myself. There's plenty of videos out there that you can go watch and get the full story. Ryan Card Collector 2, who was involved, but involved in a way that he was actually a victim, put out a long Instagram post where you can get his full story about it. But again, they took the money that their customers paid them up front to submit their cards, and instead of saving it to wait for when the orders popped, I guess what they did was they just spent it. And then they didn't have money to get people's cards returned from PSA. And so PSA was just withholding people's cards. From what I understand from Ryan's post on Instagram, Card Collector 2, is that he actually went and paid again. So he paid up front the first time and then went to PSA directly to pay again to get his customers that submitted through him their cards back. So he ate the bill for his customers, which was great for him from a business standpoint. You know, it was a smart thing to do. It sucks, you know, for his wallet, but, you know, for his reputation and his business, it was the right thing for him to do, was to take care of his customers first and then sort out all the trash and everything later. So that's all I really know and have on that. It's just unfortunate. And again, it'll be blasted all over social media, another black eye for the hobby. It just seems like we're taking combos, you know, in the hobby, left, right, left, uppercut, you know, coming from all directions, whether it's breakers, group submitters now, you know, transaction sales. We've seen it all this week. So herein lays my my dilemma. And a lot of you guys might not think that this is a dilemma. You might think that it's actually a good thing, which it would kind of be if it weren't in this situation. So, and I'm gonna get you guys' opinion on it. So you know, as well, you guys are well aware that I bought a collection of cards for $5,000 last week, earlier this, I think it was last week, whenever. And my intentions when I bought that collection was to have inventory for the Atlanta show. I did a YouTube video showing that collection. Immediately, I was having lots of people reach out to me on Instagram asking me if individual cards out of that collection were for sale. And most of them, I said, not at the moment. I'm going to sort through it. I'm going to crunch my numbers. Maybe I'll move a couple of the cards, but I need inventory for Atlanta. Because again, I don't have crazy amounts of cards. I want to have nice items to fill up my showcases. And if I sell my nice items online, yes, great. I'm getting money now. But also, you know, it's my first setup at a show. I want to have some nice items for my showcase. So, and I'm not desperate to sell. I'm not hurting to sell. The thing is that I'm $5,000 invested. I've sold one item out of that collection already for $1,200. So I'm still in the red, $3,800. Once I clear the red, I can sell the rest of those cards at any price that I want, discounted, you know. Once I get my initial investment back, I can sell stuff 50% comps if I want, because after that, it's all profit. So as soon as I get out of the red and get into the green, I can start giving good deals on some of these cards. I've had two people with really, really strong interest on another item out of that collection. They both have been messaging me since I posted it. You know, they're the only two that I've actually responded to. A lot of the messages I actually didn't even respond to because I didn't want to get into a big old mess over selling a card on Instagram with, you know, almost running an Instagram auction. And that's kind of what it turned into, is because I have two people very strongly interested in an item and they keep offering. And I keep saying, well, hey, now I have an offer for this much. And then this person comes in and says, well, now I'll give you this much. And it's almost turned into an auction. And I've never been in the middle of this before. I've always sold a card either outright to a person straight up, like at the National, like when I sold Neo the Baker Mayfield, or, you know, I've sold cards to Dustin. I sold a card to Dustin today. That Joe Namath on Instagram I posted today, personal finance dad, Dustin, finally bought that off me, and he's been wanting it since the Raleigh show back in September, I believe, when we went to that show. So he's been patient, finally got that card, but we're actually going to do the deal at Atlanta and probably film him buying it off me in Atlanta. But the card's his. We're just going to do the exchange at the show because I'm in no hurry to get the money dropped in to my PayPal. So anyway, back to the other story. It's turned into a bidding war. And again, like I said, I just consigned a package, as you just saw, so I have somebody else handle my auctions, or I sell on my slabs for a direct price, first come, first serve, or I sell on eBay at auction, and the winner wins it. I'm an anonymous seller other than my eBay ID on eBay. But in this situation, I'm in the middle of two people who want to buy an item off me, and I feel like I'm in a no-win situation. Now, I know you say, hey, you can win, just take the highest amount, and that's what a lot of people would do. Just take your highest offer. In the end, take your highest offer. And both people are offering very fair, not only fair, very strong, to market comps, very strong. I mean, to the point to where I would be stupid if I didn't sell to either one of them. But the only thing holding me back right now is someone's going to be upset. And as corny as that may sound, that actually bothers me. Someone's going to be upset. If I sell to customer A, customer B is going to be bummed because they didn't get the item that they wanted. And if I sell to customer B, customer A is going to be upset because they really want it as well. And I know you guys are going to say, well, if they really, really want it, they're going to pay up for it. But that's, I'm not about trying to be greedy and being like, okay, who's going to give me more? Who's going to give me more? Especially when they're already offering really strong. At this point, if any person was to offer me more, I would consider that they were overpaying. And sometimes you got to overpay if you really want an item and it's rare and there's not any listed out there and I'm the only one that's got one for sale. But then again, I don't like to be in that situation where I have someone overpaying for an item, and either way you look at it, someone's going to be upset for not getting the item they want. Someone's going to be happy for getting the item that they want. However, they're going to have overpaid. And I'm just going to be in the middle of and I guess that comes with being a content creator, because now you've developed relationships with people, whether you've met them in person and they become friends, or if they're just a follower or a watcher and they message you because they want to buy a card off of you. Which is the case. Like I said, I sold a card to Dustin today. He's a YouTube friend of mine. Well, he's a real life friend of mine. Actually, stayed at his house. But I mean, you just get put in that situation. Now I don't know what to do. And believe me, there could be worse dilemmas out there. I could have been scammed or had something bad happen to me, like we've been seeing going on. And I know you guys are like, oh, why are you crying over two people wanting to overpay you for a card? I get it. That's a dilemma a lot of people would like to have. Me personally, I just want to pull off a fair deal where everyone can be happy. And unfortunately, someone in this situation isn't going to be happy, to the point to where, what do I do? Just not sell at all? Just keep the card and put it in my showcase in Atlanta and see what happens? And believe me, going back and forth between multiple buyers on Instagram this morning has just actually been exhausting to an extent mentally, because I don't want anyone to be upset. I'm going to take some comments. Ingloria says, be ready when you set up. People want 70% comps when buying off you. The thing is, though, Inglorious P, like I said earlier, if I get in the green on this collection that I bought, once I get back my investment amount, I can sell at 70% comps, because 70% comps would be 100% profit. So once I recoup my total $5,000, say for instance, I sell off. So this collection consisted of one set of 49 cards. Then it also consisted of about 40 other cards. If I sell off 4 or 5 items and get back my $5,000 investment, Now I'm looking at like 30 plus more items that I can then sell at 50% comp, 70% comp, whatever it takes to move them easily, but it's still 100% profit to me at that point. And that's where I'm trying to get to, where it's just a no brainer, to take a good offer, because, yeah, you can always leave money on the table. I might sell something to somebody for $100 and the next person might say, hey, I would give you 120 for that. But you know what? That's the way that it goes. Once I'm in the green, I'm in the green. And that's all that matters. And again, a lot of the stuff I have is rare. It's precious metal gems. It's jambalayas. It's limited stuff that people aren't expecting to pay 70% comps. To be quite honest, there's not even really comps out there. So when there is no comp, there is no such thing as 70% comp. It goes from a market value to a perceived value. And everyone perceives a rare card to be worth a different amount. Like I said, I have two people going after this same card that I want, which is a rare card. And they're offering more than the last comp on the card because their perceived value of it is more than what the last comp went for. Because people feel strongly that this card is a good investment. Based on the character, based on the card, based on the brand, the franchise, and based on the last sale. I think, and honestly, I think the next one that hits auction will probably go for more. I also think that as well. But right now, there's one recent auction on this with a lot of bids, and it ended at a good price. Yeah, Mark's talking about Ryan doing what he had to do. I see Lucky Rips talking about flipping a coin. Going back here. Mark's asking me, will the Bills beat the Chiefs? What do I think? Should collectors still collect Mahomes cards? Well, collectors should collect whatever they want. So if collectors are collecting Mahomes, then they should collect Mahomes. If you change the word from collect to invest, you get a whole different answer. Anytime you ask me, should somebody collect what they want to collect, I'm just going to say collect what makes you happy. You change the word to invest, that might be a little bit different. Like I said, I buy Soundgarden cards. This is my cliche statement. I buy Soundgarden cards. I bought a PSA 10 92 Pro Set or 91 Pro Set Soundgarden card for like $200. Most people would look at me like I'm crazy. That Soundgarden card's not worth $200. Why would you pay that? You're never going to be able to resell it for that much. Well, because there's only two in the population. I love Soundgarden. I collect music cards. So my perceived value of that was $200. And your perceived value of that might be $5. So, just a good example of collecting, investing, perceived value, and market value. I can make some sick content with these buyers. Just buy AEW Upper Deck cards. What's up, Dakota? What's up, Goondrat? Brian Shields. Brian says CC2 told people he was using a middleman. Basically used Marks to be a higher profit from his customers while they think he's subbing direct to PSA. He did say that he should have probably disclosed that he was using Marks cards, but he also explained why he was using Marks cards. And he even owned up and said, in the end, it was his decision to do that, and it's his responsibility to make sure people get their cards or their money. And that's why he went out and double footed that bill. At least he did what he could do to make it right from this point, and he owned up to the fact that, hey, maybe he took the wrong approach going through Mark's cards. So, it is what it is. I don't know how many other people have gone through him and what they've done to make it right. So, again, and the only reason we know that Card Collector 2 was one of them is because Card Collector 2 is so big. There's probably lots of other smaller people out there that did it as well that we just won't hear about. Robert says, always ask for best offer when there's multiple offers, then just take the highest. You won't get into an auction war. But the offer keeps going up is what happens. It started at an offer. It started at a big price. It's not like I said, hey, I'm starting at $1. You guys go back and forth over this item. It was just, hey, I've been offered this much. Another person was interested. They asked me. I said, well, I was offered this much by somebody else. So it wouldn't make sense for me to sell to you unless you were willing to, from a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense for me to sell to someone who's offered me $10 when I got somebody offering me $20. You know what I mean? And this is different terms of money, but I'm just using the small numbers as an example. Dex Flow, it's not unethical. He used Mark's cards. It's business. Like DoorDash. I'm sure everybody's going to have their own strong opinions on that. Again, guys, I got to get ready to go into work. It's 2:30. I got to be in at 3, but I'm going to show up early. Surprise, surprise. It's cold here, too. It's like 20 degrees. So I got on the North Face jacket and hat. Looks like I'm rocking the Buffalo Bills or New England Patriots, but it's not. It just keeps my bald dome warm, guys. Imagine how many of you guys out there have a dome like this. Imagine 20 degrees or 10 degrees and wind. I got to start wearing my hat when it's like 50 out, guys. So got to protect the dome. You keep the dome insulated, the rest of the body will stay warm. Thanks for joining me on my live drive, guys. If you haven't checked out my video, I put out a video yesterday, just a quick tutorial on how to crack slabs. I did a PSA slab and an SGC slab. I'm going to be cracking more slabs, so I might just crack slabs live and just talk to you guys while I'm cracking slabs for the hell of it. You guys can watch the blade slip and might have an accident on hand. Who knows? Hopefully not, but just a fun little conversation maybe while I'm cracking slabs, tell you why I'm doing it, show you the cards that I'm doing it, whether I'm resubmitting them or not. That'd be a cool little live stream to just do, hang out with you guys while I'm cracking slabs. But, I got to concentrate on what I'm doing as well as the camera. If you haven't checked that out and you want to know, I use a Dremel tool. So most of your videos you're going to watch are going to have pliers and a screwdriver. I use a Dremel tool and a kitchen knife, a paring knife, a little paring knife. Not a peeler, but a paring knife. So you guys will see that if you go check it out. It's a quick video. And I'll put out another video upcoming soon. I'm going to try to put out videos more often, maybe 2 a week instead of 1, because I just got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Whether it's a how-to video to be helpful, maybe I'll do another how to evaluate your cards, or just talking about cards and what I'm buying in general, maybe some mail days. But I'm going to start putting out maybe another video here and there. Guys, thanks for joining me. Got to go to work. I get off at 1 a.m., 10-hour shift. And then I'm off tomorrow on a Saturday because I worked yesterday, which is my normal day off, but I needed to cover for another manager. So I get off on a Saturday, and I won't even know what to do with myself on a Saturday. I never get Saturdays off. Maybe we will try using a chainsaw in the next video on the slabs. On the PSA slabs. Might need a chainsaw or an axe or something to crack a BGS slab. I don't know. I've never cracked a BGS slab, just a SGC and a PSA. I've never had a BGS slab that I've needed or wanted to crack. All right, guys, take it easy. Heading in. Enjoy your Friday night. Be careful out there. There's crazies. There's people who drink and drive. Don't be one of them. Watch out for yourself if you're going out to have a good time. Take it easy. I'll see you guys next time.